You're watching News at 10 with me, Edward Kwabi. Now, the New Patriotic Party has condemned Sunday's morning's attack, which took place at the private residence of their party leader, Nana Akufo-Addo. Acting General Secretary of the party, John Buedu, at a press conference in Accra, called on President Mahama to condemn the violence.
The press conference followed an attack on Nanado's residence Sunday morning by a group believed to be NDC sympathizers. Acting General Secretary of the NPP, John Buedu, described the incident as unfortunate and called on NDC leaders to condemn the act.
We want to send a strong warning to the NDC and the President that we shall not be intimidated. We shall not be assaulted. We believe we have a responsibility to protect our democracy. And the only way to do so is not to allow the instruments of violence to have their way.
The NPP was particularly unhappy the police delayed in responding to the incident.
It is also unfortunate that it took about an hour for the police reinforcement to arrive. This is strange and very worrying, considering the fact that the incident took place in Nima, close to the police station.
The NPP said it will resist all attempts to be violent. Few moments after the press conference, personnel from the CID headquarters and the Accra Regional Commander arrived at the residence of Nanado to examine the situation. Director of Police Public Affairs, DSP Cephas Arthur, cautioned the public to be tolerant and ensure peaceful elections.
We can't do any exhaustive investigation of this incident without extending it to gunshots, stone throwing, and other issues that we have picked up. And I can assure you that we shan't leave any stone unturned in this particular investigation.
He said the police will make all findings public after their investigations.
And still on this issue, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, has debunked claims that members of the party launched an attack on the Nima residence of the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party on Sunday morning. Now, Regional Treasurer Alhaji Haruna Asiedu explained that the NPP rather unleashed its supporters to attack them while they were on a health walk in that area.
Now, first of all, what exactly happened this morning?
Yeah, what happened this morning is that as a party in the Greater Accra region, we decided that today being a Sunday, we wanted to undertake a health walk. Those from the Nima roundabout were also coming down through Nima police station opposite Nana Akufo-Addo's residence. And then they had some NPP supporters who were there who decided to prevent our people from passing through. So the police, Nima police came in and tried to redirect our people from passing behind the police station, which we refused because it was a peaceful march and it's a public road. And since we're marching and playing our music, we didn't see why we should divert from that place. Okay. Then when we got to the junction, just opposite the Nima police station, there were policemen there. Okay. They ran into the house of Nana Akufo-Addo and started firing weapons. Even some of them were firing weapons in the clear presence of the police.
If you talk about weapons, what exactly?
I saw some of them holding AK-47 and pistols.
Who? Which people?
The NPP people. Okay. Because they were in NPP T-shirts. Okay. So they were NPP. From GBC, the road has been asphalted. And people who are organizing a health walk, why should they be carrying bottles? For what? Were they drinking beer? It was a health walk. If they say we were carrying plastic bottle, sachet water, well, I will not disagree with that. But to say bottles, I want to say it on record that they put those stones there and then broke their bottles just to let it look as if something was thrown into the house.
That's a developing story there. Let's get on to the phone lines and stay on this issue a bit longer. Dr. Kingsley Adjei is a security analyst and he is also a lecturer at the University of Cape Coast. He joins us now via phone. Good evening, sir, and thanks for your time on News at 10.
Good evening, thanks for having me.
Very well, sir. Should we be worried, or this is just one of those normal political clashes?
Well, we should be worried because these are the two largest parties in the country, and elections, and they are the drivers of peace. They should be a major part of the drivers of peace or drivers of war. I want to say that current events cast their shadows, and what has happened is most unfortunate. You know, this is the campaign chronology. You know, we have electoral chronology, and this is the third point, the third stage where we could have campaign conflict. I wouldn't understand why two parties that know that they are at odds with each other would go so close to the one would go so close to the residence of the leader of a main opposition party. You know, these are some of the triggers of conflict, and it tells you that 2016 is not safe. We need to do something.
Now, Doc, are these early signs of what we should be expecting? We are barely about 20 days away from the polls. Should we be looking at how we can curtail some of these happenings?
Yes. The first thing that we need to do, and that has to do with the security agencies, they must treat these issues as apolitical issues, as issues that are criminal. People arrested must be dealt with. They should not allow political colors to, as it were, cover these unfortunate events. We have 2 more to go, so we need to be very careful. That's the first thing. The second thing is that, you know, the political parties have leaders. Expect the leaders of these political parties to talk peace to Ghanaians and to their members, their supporters, and to assure the whole nation this would not be repeated. I said we have 2 more to go because this is the campaign period. Very soon we'll go to the voting proper. Don't do that, and the leaders don't talk, and they push their people to do some of these and meet them boot for boot, do this, do that. You know, these utterances don't help. So I think both leaders, especially the president and the leader of the opposition, you know, must begin to talk, and they must begin to make sure that their people do not repeat these things. This is Accra. If it happens in other places during where the police presence is not so much, and it results into violence, it tarnishes our image. 2016 is not the only time or the only period that we would have elections. Elections would come and go. People must have their peace. There are people who are neither supporters of NDC nor the NPP. So they should allow others to have their peace. And if we don't have leaders who are strong, who will talk about these things, they will plunge the nation into danger. And I'm afraid that the 2016 is not too good for us.
We're grateful for your insights tonight on News at 10. Dr. Kingsley Adjei is a security expert with the University of Cape Coast in the Central Region.